fellow YouTubers. Today I'm here with the tutorial on how I make my dividers here that go in my Franklin Covey compact. This will also work on the Filofax personal size. However, it is a little bit wider for the Franklin Covey. So I will give the dimension on how to make the size for the Filofax as well if you want to go a little bit more narrow. All right, so let's get started on this tutorial. First, you're going to need some sort of a paper trimmer, or you could just use scissors and just measure if you want. It doesn't have to be too complicated. Just use what you have. We're going to start with a 12 by 12 paper, and you want to make sure it's double-sided because both sides are going to show. Okay, and this paper actually comes from a King & Company paper pad. I'm not sure if they still have this or not because it is several years old. So you'll need to trim this down to 8.5. Okay, and it doesn't matter just on any one side, so we're 8.5. Then we're going to go ahead and leave the 12 on the other side. Now you're going to need to use some sort of a scoring tool, and on the long end we're going to score at 6.75. Okay, and this goes for the same on the Franklin Covey or the Filofax. And then then flip it. You're going to flip your page to the narrow end. And if you're a Franklin Covey, here's the difference. Franklin Covey, 4 1/4, which is your page width. And if you're a Filofax, then you would score at 3.75. That is the only difference. Okay? So from there, let me set that aside. Might be easier to see the score lines. You see our score lines there. I'm going to go ahead and fold on our score lines. Okay, going in both directions. All right, now you'll notice you'll have 2 large squares and then 2 small. What you're going to do is you're going to take a pair of scissors and we're going to cut out one of these large squares. It doesn't matter which one, okay? So we're just going to trim with our scissors. Nothing fancy. Okay. And what you're left with is a scrap. And you're left with this. So from here you need to decide which way you like your pocket to be. You know, do you want the printed, and you know which printed side you want basically, because you at this point you can switch it. So if I wanted the green, but I think I like the more decorative side here. So we're going to go ahead and keep it this way. We're going to cut these little slats, which makes it easier to get in and out of the pockets. Okay, so for that you need to take note of your folded side. Okay, and you're going to unfold and then you're going to refold it, okay? Now I like to use my trimmer for this, but you can certainly just take scissors and, you know, kind of cut it at an angle. But on mine, I like to line up this point there and then the other point down here, and that just kind of gives me a little nice little angle as I moved it. Again, nothing specific, doesn't have to be perfect, okay? So what you're left with here is this cutout here, this oddly shaped cutout. But now once you fold it together, you'll notice it taking shape. You'll have a pocket here and a pocket here in the back. However, you'll notice that the bottom is still open. So I'm big on saving money and being thrifty. Use what you have. Use tape. Use washi tape. I'm going to use washi tape for mine. You want to use something that's a little bit wide because you're just going to seal up the bottom. You definitely want it to be sturdy down here. So I'm going to go ahead and eyeball this. I got this washi tape at Tuesday Morning. I don't know who makes it, but I just recently bought it there. Very sticky. And all I'm doing is sealing up the bottom here, okay? Pressing it down, and that looks perfect. Kind of clean it up here a little bit. All right. So now you have 2 full pockets and you have 1 open end. Now the open end is where your holes are going to go. From this point, all we need to do is use our paper punch. And this is kind of one that I rigged up. If you want more information on how I did this, just let me know. But for my hole punch, this is how I do it. There's my lines for my lower edge and my upper edge. Do that, flip it. Okay, perfect. 6 hole punch every time. You can find these at thrift stores for 99 cents. It's crazy. They always have them available. All right, so now it's time to test and make sure it fits into our planner. All right, there we go. And let's give her a trial run here. Perfect! Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. Have a great day.